It is a pleasure to welcome you to this virtual seminar organized by PAHO in order to be able to present the analysis of the current situation in reference to the strategies of prevention of drowning in Latin America and the Caribbean. The resolutions that have been seen in reference to the General Assembly of the United Nations and is 76.18 of the World Assembly of Health, which will contribute to be able to see the prevention of drowningness as a world public health issue that is preventable. In reference to seeing around 17,000 people that die of drowning in the Americas, which is equivalent to 950,000 of lost healthy life. However, drownings can happen at any time during the life. They affect normally children and elderly people. Every life lost by drowning is not only a personal or family tragedy, but it is also a reminder, a constant reminder that the most solid and safe areas can actually have set the difference. Today's presentation regarding this prevention of drowning represents a very important step in reference to being able to see here this in the region, and they offer a general overview of all of the progress set with the countries. We're basically seeing the efforts and activities of awareness and prevention in the countries, and we're also able to identify key areas that require enforcement in reference to being able to see the planning on a world end. Now we will continue in English.
The World Health Organization, WHO, has outlined clear evidence-based measures that can guide our way forward, including strengthen multi-sectoral coordination mechanisms to ensure drowning is integrated into national policy agendas, improving data systems, implementing relevant legislation and enforcement, and installing barriers that control access to water to provide safe spaces for children. These are practical, proven actions that can be adapted to different national contexts. What they demand is continued leadership, cross-sectoral collaboration, and sustained engagement from all stakeholders across health, education, emergency response, civil protection, and communities. By building on these recommendations, countries in our region can move beyond isolated efforts to more coordinated and impactful drowning prevention strategies. This webinar is an opportunity to share progress and to inspire further action. Today, we are pleased to hear from colleagues in Brazil and Mexico who will present national experiences and good practices. We will also hear about the tools available from WHO to support countries to advance drowning prevention. May today mark the beginning of stronger collective action so that drowning prevention becomes a regional priority, driven by evidence, collaboration, and shared commitment. Anyone can drown, no one should. Thank you.
And now we have the experience of Brazil in reference presented by David Szpilman and from the organization of SOBRASA. Thank you very much, David. Go right ahead.
Thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys and show a little bit of what we've been doing in Brazil on drowning prevention. I have a drowning event when I was 7 years old, and this impacted my life. And I start to swim. I start to learn how to swim, and then I get in a university as a medical doctor, and I made all the university swimming and with the sponsorship about swimming. And when I graduate, I understood that something should be done in Brazil about drowning. And we found the Brazilian Life Saving Society, SOBRASA, and this has been 30 years. And what I will show you is a little bit of what we've been doing. So Brazil is a long coastline with the highest number of rescue worldwide. The temperature is great, but one Brazilian dies every 9 minutes. It is 16 Brazilians every day. Drowning is the second leading cause of death, age 1 to 4 years old. Every day, one child dies by drowning at home. Children more than 10 years old and adults die more in natural waters than on the beach or in the other venues. Every year, we try to understand who is drowning, how, when, why, where. And every year, we publish a drowning epidemiologic book so we can understand exactly what is the problem, and so we can snipe the target very well. So we evaluate scenarios, activities, and age range, understanding that different scenarios, different activities, and different age are different problems which needs different solutions. And this is a Brazilian map that shows in red and in yellow where is exactly the most biggest problem of ours of drowning. So it's not exactly on the beach, it's exactly in rivers, lakes, dams inside the country. So how do we see the problem? We see that prevention is most important tool. It's the most important action that you can do or you can make. But how does society view the problem? They always sees it as the first aid or rescue. Everyone in society wants to learn how to rescue or how to give first aid. And this is an important thing, how science sees the problem. And we see is in this publication in Resuscitation a few years ago, we have fortunately to show how important is prevention for this disease that we call drowning. So 99.9% of all actions on the beach by lifeguard is prevention. Only 0.1% is rescue, and only 0.02% is first aid or advanced care. Brazil has more than 15,000 full-time lifeguards. Lifeguard supervision is limited to 30% of aquatic areas. So we have 70% of our areas uncovered or unsupervised. How we can deal with that? And we know that 76% of that occur in rivers, lakes, and dams. So we estimate that the risk of death by drowning in an area without lifeguard is 60 times greater. So people are getting drowning and death on rivers and lakes, areas that they have no lifeguard supervision. More than 90% of that occur due to ignorance of the risks, failure to respect personal limitation, and a knowledge of how to act. So prevention, we know, it's the best attitude. Alessandra, can you play the video?
Johanna, I think that she will be sharing, right, Johanna, the video?
Sí, ya lo va a presentar.
Okay, yeah.
There's 5 minutes more. Okay. Jack! Jack!
Thank you, Johanna. It's okay. Let me capture again. So what this video is showing is that there is a huge barrier between knowing the problem and having the tools to prevent. This barrier is when the society does not believe that the drowning can happen. So we found the SOBRASA 30 years ago, and with one mission to unite Brazil to reduce drowning. And now we are 8,200 volunteers around the country doing 17 prevention action every day. And this is a menu of prevention programs. We have 18 prevention. Sorry. Is that any problem, Johanna?
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. We have 18 prevention programs. The above programs is to children at the school, at the pool, at the beach. And then we have Surf Safe for surfers. We have the basic life support on drowning for athletes, swimmers, and canoe and other sports. And then we have first aid, all targeting educate not to drown. We believe that if the society is well educated to avoid drowning, knowing the risk and how to behave, this will be the cure of a drowning situation in Brazil. And then we have the multi-prevention programs. The county more resilient on drowning, which affects rivers and inside the country, and life-saving clubs. And then we have 4 prevention campaigns: the World Drowning Prevention Day, the Pool More Safety Campaign, the Latino America Prevention Week, and the retrospective after the 1 year its end. Let's see if I can play. This is the video that we play for cartoon. Is in English. It has some sound, but I know you're not listening. But the important thing is we have to thank you a lot.
July 25th is the World Drop.
We want to thank you a lot, the World Health Organization, because there has been a very good thing for us to have the World Drowning Prevention Day. It causes awareness. It gather every organization united in the country. And this is something, the tools that we use for drowning prevention, the cartoon videos, the comic book, mask, and many tattoos and pumpets and everything we have in hand, we use for educate children in Brazil. And we also do a national life-saving championship, which gather all the lifeguards on the country. And we do believe prevention action need to involve the entire society, from the very young to the oldest one, to prevent the avoidable, a child drowning after everyone goes to sleep in a Sunday day, in a barbecue. And this is an avoidable thing, and we have to fight this thing. Thank you.
Muchas gracias a David por la presentación y por darnos la experiencia de Brasil.
Thank you